Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm going to try to figure this out. Just a moment, everybody. Still getting set up. Okay, it's working. Okay, everybody. We are. Let's see. Can we get our angle better so it's more straight up? Do I need to move over? Okay. So we're here at the Taipei Chess Circle, and okay, what should we do? We're going to look at Game 7 from the World Chess Championship, starting from the beginning. We are very late, and looks like they're already on move 17, move 18. So, okay. Let's see. I think you should move over a little bit. Okay. So, right now, the score's tied 3-3, right?
Yes.
We've had two. Oh, sorry.
They won one game each, and then they had 4 draws. This is game 7.
Okay, everyone, this is Federico. I'm Jason. So we're the only ones here tonight at the Taipei Chess Circle meetup. So let's start from the beginning. Okay. So who's playing white? Gukesh?
Gukesh is white, yeah.
And Dean is black. And so far in this championship, the when Dean is black, it's been more interesting. Like he's trying to win with the black pieces. Have you noticed?
Dean played in the first game the French defense, which is kind of an aggressive choice. Usually, in World Championship match, White plays against e4, plays e5 because he considered the safest option. But Dean played the French in game 1 and won a very nice game.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, for now, it looks like Gukesh has the initiative, and he played a very interesting opening. Ding already burned a lot of time, but he still. We are at move 20 something, maybe. There are still a lot of moves to play.
Okay, let's get the audio from the screen.
We are move 17, and Ding has 40 minutes, so he needs to start to be a little bit careful because the position is very complicated and it's easy to
we got our pizza. So, like in the first 40 moves, it's 2 hours for both players, and there's no added time, right?
Yeah, 2 hours and no increment for the first 40 moves, and then from move 41 they get extra 30 minutes plus 30 seconds per move, but that's only from move 41. So potentially you can also lose on time because there is no increment before move 41.
Yeah, they're often like they just seems like they just barely make it a lot of times.
Yeah.
The move 40. So Dean's got 41 minutes and 58 seconds right now.
Exactly.
That's not good, and they're not even halfway through. So he's.
Yeah, that's the problem. 40 minutes. It's not that. It's enough time, but he has to make more than 20 moves in a very complex position. So that's the problem. And let's see, because every move it's pretty difficult,
Okay.
and
Yeah. This is the
it's
current position.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. He's gonna start eating his pizza. So let's. I'll click. So let's start with this knight to f3. Okay. So this is like a ready opening.
This is the
d5.
ready opening. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And
Dash has played e4, then d4, and now he switched to the ready opening. So he's trying everything against him. So
so we have a kingside fianchetto, and another kingside fianchetto,
yes.
and d4, bishop to g7,
So
c4. Okay,
in
that's our
with
comment.
this move order, usually in the reti, often white just plays bishop g2
Hmm.
and castles. But with black move order, if he does that, black gets to play e5, which is considered pretty good to have both of the pawns in the center.
Hmm.
So because of this move order by black, um, Bukash has to go d4
To prevent e5.
exactly. And
Right.
usually white in the ready delays this move because it makes his structure more flexible. But here he has to do it because he doesn't want to allow d5 and e5, those two pawns in the center.
Let's see. Oh, how do we get out of this analysis? Just, oops, that's stockfish.
Um,
Is that is this the actual game? Oh,
this is weird. Um, this is the actual game, but
seems like we're in a branch or something.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but this is the actual game. Um, like, what is the right button on the mouse in this game?
Right, left.
Okay, so it should be right. And right. Okay. Anyway, this is the game.
Uh, sorry, people. Okay. Well, anyway. So c4. Okay, okay. So after c4, dean went c6. So generally, what's the response after a c4 like this?
That's a standard move because when white takes on d5, black wants to take back with the pawn. Doesn't want to take back with the queen because then
Right,
white can win a tempo
right.
with
But
knight
why not
c4.
e6 on the next move?
E6, it's possible, but it blocks this the bishop on c8.
Right, right.
So this bishop could come to f5 or g4. So c6, this is more common. Also c6 creates the threat of taking on c4, and then you could have a nice chain pawn after,
Like b5.
for example, uh, an idea, which I don't think it's good here for black. They didn't do it. Is to right, is to take on c4. I cannot do it. Is it? It's quite tough. No, it's black turn. An idea is to take on c4 and then to play b5.
Right, right.
And
It's like a
kind of
Slav.
you have a chain of pawns c6, b5, and c4. So that's the reason they play c6.
Okay, and then white fianchettoed, knight to f6, castle, castle. Okay. Now this move, this rook to e1, for some reason, like got him like thinking. Like, is there something interesting about this? Like, why would Dean like
Yeah,
freak out about this?
it's it's a I'm not sure it's a novelty, but it's unusual because now black can actually take on c4 like it did in the game, and
Uh huh.
the normal move would be knight c3
Right.
or knight b to d2.
Uh huh.
Um, this move basically, if black takes on c4, white can go e4, can push in the center like he did in the game,
Right.
and is delaying the development of the knight on c3. Um, Probably there are some tricks. It's an unusual move, but um, it's probably we can check how many times this was played. So yeah, rookie one is a very rare move. Like might be, I don't see it. So at master level, might be even a novelty.
Oh, okay.
So rookie one looks like a novelty.
So this is within his preparation, most likely, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, this is 100% preparation, and uh, it's the computer is not impressed, but facing a move like this over the board,
This is the bar.
yeah, it's quite difficult.
Okay. And then he captured.
Yeah,
Is that a standard move, like after knight to c3, generally?
um, it's standard because I told you the idea is to have this chain of pawns
Right, right.
c6, b5, and c4. The alternative to taking would be to develop the bishop
Mm-hmm.
to f5 probably, and but Ting decided to just take on c4.
Well, that doesn't actually prevent e4 because the rook is here, so it goes up there. Then your
Well,
bishop.
if you keep the pawn on b5, it
All right.
prevents.
Oh, yeah. That pawn is still there.
So probably Dean thought uh, after this move, yeah, king b3 is an idea. Also, knight h4 might be an idea to attack the bishop.
Okay.
So Dean decided to just take on c4. But clearly here there are two moves for black: take on c4 or bishop f5. Other moves, you don't want to develop this knight because you block the bishop.
Right.
You don't want to play e6 because you block the bishop and it's passive. And yeah, there's nothing else to do. You have to choose one of those two.
Okay. So he takes, and then the e4. Okay. Now this is starting to look kind of like. I mean, we're anticipating a future e5, and is that? It's not the end of the world for black, right? I mean, you just pull your knight back, right?
Well, the knight after pawn to e5 can go to d5.
Uh huh.
Actually, white has to be careful because you can play e5, but it's a very double edged. You grab some space, but you allow the knight to go to d5, which is an awesome square.
A
So
really good square, right?
ideally, what white wants to do here is to grab the pawn on c4
Mm-hmm.
and keep the center as it is and decide later what to do with the central pawns. That's ideally what he wants to do.
Okay, and then he goes there. Now this move, I was looking at this move and like it's obvious he needs to move the light colored bishop before the knight, but the question is I was considering this
Hmm. Yeah,
to guard this pawn, but that looks kind of awkward because it's blocking the pawn. But
yeah, it's blocking the pawn on e6. You might also run into knight g5.
oh, okay.
That also might be a problem. So, but it's a kind of an awkward position anyway.
Hmm.
So I think, especially since you're preparing against the computer, you don't want to play something too awkward because you might get into trouble. Because for sure, Gukesh has studied this position, so you want to just play in a simple way.
Wait, are you saying that Gukesh actually knows what to do against this?
Yeah, 100%.
Because this is an option.
Yeah, because it's an option, and also we are not that deep into the line.
Uh huh.
Like rookie one, his novelty was like one move ago, so 100% he's prepared bishop e6 because it's also, even though it's awkward, it's a playable move.
Okay, and then what about this right away?
Yeah, b5. Of course, you create some. You support your chain of pawns, but of course, a4 is always an idea to undermine those pawns.
Hmm.
And
Well, the bishop can eventually go here instead.
yeah, but this is even though even if black manages to defend all the pawns, that also creates some weaknesses too. So I think what Ding is trying to do is just to what he did in the game, just to give the pawn back and have easy development. That is what he's trying to do because playing b5 it means going for the complications where the cache is for sure prepared. So when your opponent prepared with the engine, you don't want to go for the complications. You want to find an easy way to complete your development.
Okay, so he went there. Uh, he pinned the knight, and then we have knight b to d2, which adds another defender to this pawn and guards the knight. Not that
Attacks c4 too.
that's the main reason to go there, right?
Yeah.
Because that pawn actually wasn't being attacked before. So and then okay, now this move I do not understand. I don't like this move because it allows d5, and then now
Yeah.
we like it looks like it kind of starts to look like he's developing a passed pawn eventually.
Yeah. It's it's a risky move, of course, because white can play d5 in that position.
So why would he do this? What's like he's already moved that pawn once. Like this is
It
seems
is an interesting decision. Of course, when white plays b5, then the dark square bishop that black has an open diagonal,
hmm.
and he probably just disliked because either you play like this, c5, or you try to guard the pawn on b5, and he probably just disliked this kind of structure here with black.
Okay.
Even though it allows him to keep the pawn, he disliked it, and so he went for this c5 move, which yeah, it looks a little bit, of course, risky. Also to open up this diagonal. Um, but that's he clearly didn't want to play b5.
Okay, but moving to c5, that what's the purpose of that? Like, so he's not guarding the pawn. Okay, but what does he get out of that?
He's just attacking the white center.
Okay,
These two
and
pawns are too strong together.
Yeah.
And if white keeps these pawns forever, it's gonna, you know, black is gonna feel it. So you have to challenge the white center at some point.
Okay. So
So
he's goading him into going to d5. He knows he's going to move to d5 after he
yeah,
does that.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I guess maybe taking might be an option, but after taking, this pawn is just impossible to keep this pawn on c5, so it will just lead to a lot of trades. So d5 is the way to keep the position more complex.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, now this the thing about this center is that now actually these two pawns can be attacked like with e6, and then white either take, and then we have only one pawn on e4, or white allows black to take and keeps a pawn on d5. Um, but at least it's a isolated pawn. Doesn't mean that it's weak, but it's much better to deal than to deal with two pawns in the center all the time.
Okay. So he did in fact advance. And then his next move was, so he challenged again. E6.
Mm.
All right. So is he trying to exchange off? Is he trying to trade on d5?
Yeah, he's trying to just to get get rid of this very strong center that white has, and give a little more room for his pieces.
Okay. But if white captures, there's going to be like a isolated. The pawn structure looks terrible.
Yeah, black could take with a pawn, but probably Ging would have taken back with a bishop,
Oh.
keeping
Ding
the
can keep his
yeah keeping the
move the
structure nice.
bishop back. Oh, okay. Okay. And then after that, now Gukesh moved h3, which forces an exchange essentially. Like the
Yeah,
bishop has to take that knight now.
unless he gets trapped.
Yeah. So he takes and take, and then now black can't. It's black's move, so black's not going to wait for white to take that, right? So
Yeah,
so he
now
can take now.
yeah, it's true. If white takes, the structure becomes very weak. The back structure.
So he takes and takes back. No, okay. No, there really is a pass pawn,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So knight b to d7. Okay. Well, okay. Before we talk about a4, the next move, like, was what? How does this look for you? Do you like white better?
Um, white is yeah feels like white is better because he has the bishop here. Um, the pawn on d5 can be both a weakness and also a strong pawn. Um, it depends. If white manages to defend it well, it can be very annoying for black. But also it's isolated, so it can also become a weakness. It can be could be attacked.
Yeah, it looks like it's hard to defend that pawn. It like also like you can't really advance it either. You know, it's just kind of like stuck there.
Yeah, maybe you can advance it by one square. That would allow the bishop to be open. Yeah, but more than that, it's you cannot really push it. Yeah.
Also, we're still waiting for the pawn on c5. Like, why didn't Gukesh just capture that right away?
I think he did.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. Okay, and then b5, pressuring the knight. Knight goes back. Okay, knight goes to a3. So Gukesh got his pawn back. Now the pawns are even. Yeah, it just seems like the game sort of like hinges on this pawn. Otherwise, like Black's pawn structure is actually he has an advantage, 3-2
Yeah,
over here.
those pawns on the queen side look pretty good.
Uh huh.
Um, so white has two things going on for him: the strong pawn on d5 and the bishop pair. Bishop pair is always an advantage, and it's a very dynamic position. The knight on a3 is pretty bad. So at some point, white will reroute the knight.
He could have gone here or here, right? Why not go there or there? Well, if
So well, knight a3 attacks the pawn on b5 first. Probably he didn't like knight e3 or d2 because he will block the dark square bishop.
right.
So I think that's why he didn't do it.
Okay, so he goes there, and then he's thinking about maybe going there in the
Yeah.
future, right?
He will have to go there. There's no other square for the knight.
C2. Okay, so then queen to b6. Now, what is Dane thinking with this move? Like, what's the
Connecting the rooks and defending the pawn on b5.
okay?
So of course you can protect the pawn on b5 with a6, but why not bring out the queen and connect the rooks at the same time?
Okay, but is there any like long-term attack like on this diagonal that he's thinking of? Because the bishop can go there and make things uncomfortable for the queen.
Yeah, we could have some kind of pin, but it will not be well. Yeah, bishop e3. After bishop e3, black has to look for moves like b4, pawn to b4.
Mm-hmm.
But well, he can always unpin with a move like queen to b8 or queen to c7.
Mm-hmm.
Um, also, the pawn on c5 is well defended for now. So, but that pin definitely on e3 could be black has to pay attention if white does that.
Mm.
But Lucas decided to go with the bishop to f4.
Okay, so he develops his other bishop, and that prevents the rook from going to b8, basically.
Also, the rook on e1 with the bishop on f4 instead of f3 is still open. It's not blocked by the bishop. That's another advantage of bishop f4.
He's thinking rook to c1, right?
Rook to c1 or just connect the rooks next with
Okay.
the queen to.
Okay, so it's basically like a development move.
Yeah, it's a development move.
Okay.
Also, if white wants to push d6, the pawn is now has some extra protection by.
Right,
the bishop.
right. Okay. Now, then he went rook to e8. Okay, so this is prompting an exchange, possible exchange, which would help black develop its a file rook, right?
Exactly. That's why white didn't do it. You don't
Right.
want to develop your opponent pieces for free.
Right. So now now he moves his queen up so that it's the same situation. If black captures, then this goes here, right?
Yes, exactly.
So
And we can say a little bit of a tactic here. If if black tries to trade all the rooks, that would be a mistake.
why would black go there though?
Just trade all the rooks.
Oh, because you have to take back with a knight though. That's kind
Yeah.
of awkward.
It's awkward, and doesn't mean that it's bad if it's awkward. But in this case, it's bad because there is a double attack. We need to attack the pawn on b5 and the
Right.
knight on e8. And if black tries to defend the pawn with the knight, we can just well, queen e7
Trade.
looks very strong, but the easiest thing to do is just to take, and then b5 is handy.
And you can't lose that pawn because the whole structure just falls
And then
apart.
the pawn on a7 and the c5 become isolated.
Yeah, that's bad news. Okay. So instead, Dane went rook to d8. Okay, this looks like he's developing an attack on this pawn,
Yeah.
the d file pawn.
Also some X-ray against the white queen.
Right. If we look back on this live stream over here, there's that c5 move got a question mark. Does that mean the engine question mark is given by the engine,
I
or
think it's like it's not a big mistake. Like maybe for a computer standard, it's a mistake, but it's more like in inaccuracy. I would call it like that. Like
okay?
if you're not a supercomputer.
Okay, so then we have knight to c2, getting white's knight kind of back into the game.
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay, so he's not actually trying to capture that pawn anymore.
No, he adapted won a tempo, but it's useless to attack it more because black can just play a6, pawn to
Right.
a6 at any time.
Okay. So then, oops. Okay. Then Ding goes. He repositions his knight
Yeah.
onto f8. And what is
Yeah.
he thinking with this move?
Well, it's putting some pressure on the pawn on d5. Also, earlier I mentioned some X-ray. It means that potentially, uh, let's play a random move.
Uh huh.
Black can play knight e6 because of the pin
Right.
attacking the bishop. So
Oh, that's a good square for the
yeah,
knight. An active square.
yeah. So one has to consider that move for sure. Looks like the knight is not doing anything, only unfake, but actually e6 is an option.
Yeah. And it would definitely be good for black to exchange the knight for this
Oh
bishop
yeah,
right
it
here.
would be great
Yeah.
because if white loses the bishop there, probably black can start to think to play for more than a draw because the bishop pair is a big part of black of white advantage. Also, without this bishop on f4, it will be easier to blockade the pawn on d6. So black can place, for example, a knight.
Okay. Okay. Somebody commented, 刘文 chess 很难玩. Okay. Most of my viewers are follow my channel for politics, so this is like my first chess live stream. So there's probably not much interest in this, but that's okay. That's okay. Some diversity is nice. Okay. Um, okay. So then he responds with b4. b4 looks like it's prompting an advance. c4. He's why is he? He's just challenging his queenside pawns here.
Yeah, he wants to get some good squares. For example, after black plays c4,
Uh-huh.
now the knight could go to d4. Maybe the bishop can go to e3 and then c5. He's just getting some square. Another idea is to play a4 and try to open up the a5.
That makes that a pass pawn though.
This is a pass pawn for
Yeah.
sure. That's strong. But Lukash decided to do that just to get
Some piece activity.
some good square. Yeah.
Okay, there's also the issue with this bishop coming down.
Yeah. Before is a pretty brave move. The normal move would just be to develop the rook to d1.
B1,
The rook to
D1, D1.
d1 to d1. Yeah. But b4 it's a very
But then there's nothing guarding this pawn because can't. Okay, so can't black just capture this pawn and have like an attack on the rook on the very next move?
well. So if you take well, let's say I would probably okay. I was
Well, does that
thinking
drop? That drops the piece, right?
yeah, I was actually thinking to first take here
Uh-huh.
and then just take this one and we can capture on a1 with a knight.
Okay. Oh, this is being guarded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's actually it's not really what I thought it was. It's kind of complicated, those tactics.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ding moved down C4.
Yeah.
Okay.
That gives Ding to cash the d4 square, but also gives black a very strong pass pawn on c4. So endgame should be pretty good for black, but the position is still very complex, far from an endgame. Now, if 96 that we mentioned earlier, bishop e3 comes with tempo because we force this push. So if 96, bishop e3 is a very good answer because we attack the queen.
Right. Okay. Hold on. Oh, have we caught up finally? That's the last move. How come B4 isn't moved on the live stream, but we have it here already? Is there like a delay or something? See, we
You
have
mean c4?
B4. We
Was
have
it play c4? No, no, actually you played c4. You see, it's a line. So Ding didn't play c4 yet.
oh. Okay, so it's Dean's move, and he needs to decide. But what are his options here? It's advance or capture or what?
I think either yeah. To me, c4 it's a very natural move. Just getting a plus pawn. So maybe he's thinking if he wants to trade on e1, but I will not keep the tension here because maybe if you wait, I don't play c4, bishop e3 can be strong.
Mm-hmm.
So c4 is very natural. I'm not sure what he's thinking.
What about capturing on B4?
Yeah, you can capture, but probably knight takes, and the knight will go to c6, and you don't have a pass pawn. You know, the pawn pass pawn on c4 is always an asset, whatever happens in the game. But if you trade like that, the knight gets active, and you don't have a pass pawn.
Right. I think yeah. Exchanging is definitely worse than advancing here.
Yeah, advancing is definitely the most natural move. You wanna when you get the chance to get a pass pawn like that, protect the pass pawn. It's you usually take it.
Okay, but Dean is looks like he's very deep in thought here, and he's got 35 minutes left. and he's only on move 19.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not good.
And Ding is using a little bit too much time, and the position is still very complicated.
This is still very much a middle game. This is not an end game yet.
So Ding used the 90 minutes almost for not even the first 20 moves. Now he has roughly 30 minutes for the other 20 moves. So he has to start to play much faster.
Hmm.
The problem is that white is still there, so it's still difficult to play with black.
So right now, this is a potential win for white, but still unclear. It's advantage white, but it's not winning for sure, right?
Yeah, no, it's a slight edge, but the biggest problem is the time. 20 moves, it's a lot of moves in this position. So he's gonna be if Ding had 1 hour, just like Lukash, I think it would be okay. But with only 30 minutes, it's dangerous. It's also stressful to be so down on time.
Hmm. They're trying moves to see where the bar goes. Oh. Okay, so we're caught up in the game, and now we have to wait for the players to make moves in real time. So um, we're going to stop talking for a while we wait. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go order food, so you can take over if you like.
So you're still streaming.
Yeah, yeah, we continue.
Uh, Ding needs really to speed up. Um, C4 it's a normal move, so I'm not sure why, especially given how much time he has. I'm not sure why his thing is so long. Taking on D5 never works. I don't think it ever works. Um, Maybe he just doesn't like. He wants to simplify somehow the position with the pawn takes before, but it's um, it's probably not good. No move yet. Okay. Can you read like? Is anyone writing comments? Like in
What comments?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like you're streaming, can people like write some comment?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I only saw one comment.
And there.
Two comments. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, right here. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah. Chess had now one. Okay. Are they still analyzing?
Yeah. It's not looking. It's not looking great.
I think. Hold on. Move over a little bit. Move over a little bit. Move over a little bit. I think. Let's see. Let's see if we can switch to another screen.
He was about to move and
He changed his mind.
yeah, he hesitated. He's really not sure what to do, but it's getting a really long time.
Okay, so we're switching to this view while we're waiting for a move, so we can actually see the players. Uh, you can see Gukesh is waiting patient. Did he just move?
I think he moved. He played C4. He just played C4. But it took a long time to play that move.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can stay on this screen so we can see the board and the player. Now, we can go into the mind of Gukesh. What do you think he's considering right now?
I probably was expecting C4, so now for sure he thought about his reply already. He's just making sure that everything is working.
Okay, well, why did it take Dean so long to make an obvious move? Is it he's like making sure that this is not going to lead to a bad situation afterwards?
Probably because after C4 the position is still complex, and he wanted to simplify, but he had he has to play this position. That's the best for black. And the problem is that he doesn't have much time. He wanted to simplify. That's why I think he thought for that long.
Yeah. Oh, we actually don't have this.
Yes.
Gosh.
For us,
Every
it's very
time.
easy. That exactly, yeah. For us commentators, very nice. Yeah, one
So
of the knights could potentially go to d7. Yeah,
Knight,
okay. Thank you very
okay, the
much.
one on F. The one on F. Which knight on F? They're both on the F
you just
file.
move.
And
Wow, and
Gukesh
Oh my
Gukesh
god, he
has
moved.
should be
made
three.
his move. Bishop is
What do you
immediately.
do?
Yeah, bishop
Okay.
e3, yeah. Maybe in the
All
queen.
right.
Very interesting because
Yeah,
we spoke about this that
yeah,
we want to play bishop e3 to get access to the d4 square, but somehow not trading the rooks on the e file, it feels like it will
Okay,
give some dynamic
so
possibilities
do we
for
want to
them.
analyze?
And maybe people watching
What do you
share my
think?
intuition. There's just, as you
What
said
do you
earlier,
think
there's
he's
something
going
about
to
the
do?
pawn on d5 being loose that made me feel
it's
cold
tough,
about this
but
move.
it's not easy to
Also,
find a good
of course,
square
black
for
has to
the-
consider always
for
like
the
an
queen.
exchange sack, but here I don't think there's
H6 is
enough meat on the bone there
for
after
the
knight
queen.
takes e3 simply.
And
Yeah,
So-
knight e3, then you
the
could give the
square is
argument that you
you can be attacked. So it's it doesn't have a great square. The queen doesn't have a but also doesn't have a great square.
Okay. Well, if you were playing this game, you have to move your queen. So, does the queen's not tied down to the defense of any pawn, right?
Well, pawn h7, you have to be careful.
Mhm.
So
I was thinking, how about this? Oh wait, that puts him in the direct sight of.
that's a little bit scary. So here we play king g2 or maybe even bishop g2, and then it could be a little bit dangerous.
For black.
Of course, because it can expect white to push the pawn and the pawn.
Yeah.
It's protecting.
I think for white, pulling the bishop back is a little bit safer.
This bishop is also dominating the knight on f6.
Right.
Every forward move by the knight is stopped by the bishop. I guess the pawn on d5 at the moment is open. So rook d1 would be the most natural move. Also to get the final rook out of this diagonal. And yeah, it's not easy to find a good square. B7 could be okay for the moment. And
It adds a third attacker to that pawn.
yeah, I'd say the third attacker, but I'm gonna defend it. And
With a rook.
I was going to play rook d1 anyway, but this allows knight, which is slightly stronger. So queen b7, the queen b7, black, white has to play very the knight has to play bishop e4. I think the point is, for example, takes. Basically, white is defending the pawn with darkness. Now the knight is hanging.
Right.
And the knight trades first, probably there are still some trade. D5, take, rook d1. So yeah, just using this the pin basically, and then white wins. If knight to e3, we actually give check, and then we take the queen.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah, otherwise, just take the rook might be okay. Too. And this is also gives white an advantage, but we can
Get our queen to safety. This is very moving and tactical.
so yeah, after 57, white has to play a very dynamic move like. most natural move doesn't work. Let's see, Ding went to a6.
Okay.
Which is probably the safest square.
Not very maneuverable though.
Also doesn't put pressure.
Yeah. Hold on, hold on. But what about this pawn right here? A2 pawn now has pressure on it.
That's the other thing that the queen on a6 is doing to pressure.
That pawn now has to move now, like up one square to A3.
If you want to keep it protected, yes. But you know,
Or just move the knight.
again, if we play a move like this, like takes, there might be some trick. Like I'm getting like a pawn out.
Oh,
So it's possible for white to play more dynamically. Okay, it's a but again, it allows 94, which is the strong line. Bishop d4 again, it's so whenever black moves this diagonal is also no more X-ray against the queen. Right, 6. So bishop d4 will make no sense. See.
did Ding make a move?
Thank you, d6. Flash
It's thinking? Or is
has a
that
move.
that's a move, right? Okay. Here's- He wants to go through this.
everything can happen. It's after the play move.
Okay, so the next move is queen to bishop to d4. Now, what do you think this does?
Doesn't allow you for it. Going to spread here, not by the shotgun. It also covers this diagonal, so no more X-ray against the code.
Oh, so it's like guarding the rook. 可以了吗？我这边没有电，它什么都没有。Hey, Eric, that's we're doing a live stream. You got a friend? Oh, okay. 现在可以了，谢谢。Yeah, yeah. You want to participate? Just say hello. Just sit down for a moment, please. Come on. Let us sit down. Come on. Okay, everybody. Okay, let's see what the. This is Ariel. She's been coming to the chess club. How long have you been coming to the chess club?
I don't know.
It was like during COVID, like 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was like 3 years ago. Okay, so we were like old friends practically. Yeah. So what happened to that guy?
Andrew?
What's his
Oh yeah, I met him today, but then he said like,
Wait, doesn't want to come?
no, yeah. But, okay, wait, how many people are?
How many people are watching? Zero.
Oh, okay, so it's just us.
Yeah. Okay, but two people have said hello, and well, it's still here for the record. So maybe people want. I don't really have a chess channel. I have like a politics channel. So like this is a little bit offbeat for me. Okay. Well, yeah, I saw him on the street. Said hello. Like, for instance,
Andrew.
Yeah.
Today.
No, like a long time ago.
Okay.
Like a couple months ago at least. And yeah, I don't know. He seemed kind of preoccupied. We didn't talk,
Oh.
and I haven't seen him at the club since.
Yeah, I asked him. Oh
What's
yeah,
wrong?
like this whole like
What's-
person.
It's so awkward.
No, I
It's still being recorded. It's still going to be on YouTube. All right, you want to come and say hi? Okay, please introduce yourself. This is your first time at the club?
Yes, exactly.
What's your name?
My name is David. I'm from
David.
the Netherlands.
Netherlands. Wow. Okay, so you're not an American. All right, that's good. Yeah. So, what are you doing in Taiwan?
Hanging out here with my girlfriend. I'm looking to move here in the foreseeable future. So,
And how did you guys meet? Here or somewhere else?
yeah, we met here in July this year.
So,
I was traveling around here
half a year ago?
half a year ago.
Oh, so it's been a while.
Yeah. Then we traveled to 2 months. And I'm back in Taiwan from.
Did you visit Holland?
Yeah. For a month. So,
Did you bring her home to the parents?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Serious
Very
relationship.
serious.
Okay, so do you play chess?
Yeah, I do. And I think it's what was years, never really took it seriously. So,
Okay. Of course, he doesn't take it that seriously.
I don't. Yeah, we're at equal level. So, okay.
You play backgammon?
Yeah, actually,
Okay, yeah, we like to play that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we showed you how to play that. Honestly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, do you guys want to play chess? The two of you? It's up to you guys. It's everything's in there. I have to focus on the live stream, so
okay.
you guys. Oh, but if you guys play backgammon, I also have this like game. It's a card game. No, you have to play it with the board. So, but like you get to make different moves with these cards. Yeah, you have to read the instructions because I've never played it before. Everybody, we're trying to play backgammon.
Okay.
I think I bought this off of Instagram. I've been out of town. I'm back in the States for 6 weeks, so the club kind of died. Yeah. So. Cool. What? Farhad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he went back to the States. Yeah. Asian kid. Can you be more specific? Okay. All right. So this is a pretty good World Championship game. I think. Are you guys following the Chess Championship? Okay. Did you know that there was a World Chess Championship coming up? Yeah. Oh, you knew. Okay. Yeah, it happens every 18 months, and this is like I think this is the first time that it's between India and China. So it's like two of the countries from BRICS, and Ding is the defending world champion, and Gupta is much younger and has a higher rating. But heads up, he hasn't done that well. So you've got an advantage. It's got time advantage, and position is probably a bit better. It's kind of a complicated position. Okay, you guys want to get started? Yeah. Over there. Yeah. Order that first. Okay, so let's switch back to Windows.
is putting Ding Liren, the world champion, under an awful lot of pressure. And CTA number 2, please make sure to use hashtag DingGukesh on social media. We are looking out for your questions. We might pose them to the commentators or even the players themselves in the post-game press conference later. So get on socials, tag me if you want, and I'll bring them to the team's attention. But for now, grab yourself an extra drink because this is going to be a thrilling ride to the time control.
Right now, we have 3 commentators. Hello.
This is the Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Yeah. Hey, we're
And this
doing
is
a live
Dan,
stream if you want
suggesting
to
some places to meet up and watch the
You
game
want to sit
tonight.
down?
But
And
you
say
know
hello?
what's better than a list of
Okay, well, they're
places?
taking a
Knowing how close those places
why don't
are.
you introduce
Which is
yourself?
why you're just going to ask Gemini to put these places on a map.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all.
Whoa, how's that for teamwork?
Thanks for watching the into Game 7.
Okay, so welcome to the big show.
Yeah, so yeah, for me,
Guys,
background
who
is
do you think is going to win the world championship match?
it's around
On the count of 3, you have to say the name. 1, 2, 3.
Ding!
Wow! Wow! Okay, well now we have some content. We won the. Who wants to explain themselves first?
No, it was like just to
Okay.
say
Okay, well,
something
I'm
which is not
fascinated.
expected.
Yes,
you know?
but we both thought
Yeah,
the same
so
without
we've been
agreeing.
doing this
Yeah.
for just over an hour,
Well,
and
I would
me and
love the
Federico
conversation
went
to
through the
happen
whole
about that. 'Cause
game.
I actually think
Just
Gukesh
I
is
know
gonna-
what
I think
Anish
Gukesh is
thought.
Yeah,
gonna win.
just
No, I know.
Yeah.
We both
But
also
now
think
that
that
we've
Gukesh
caught
is
up
gonna
with
win.
all the moves,
But
But
just
just for you,
become
between
for
the
you,
things
yeah.
we
slow.
both thought,
You know,
We both thought the same.
and this,
That
yes,
it'll look.
it's obvious that it's that it's
Gukesh.
Gukesh, that we're
So
gonna
we
say
should say
Ding.
Ding. Yeah.
You guys are fascinating. Okay, so explain, why is it obvious that it's
which
Gukesh?
Well, obviously with the recent form and like not already before Olympiad the trend was that way, but after
we
Olympiad it,
switch this one. Yeah, this is our analysis board. Okay, so Gukesh went bishop to d4. Okay, and then
So the
exchanged.
computer valuation is a slight advantage for white.
Wait a minute. What did they actually do? Oops. I can't tell the difference between the actual moves and the analysis. Is this what actually happened? Okay. I think I understand. Okay, so then there was a rook exchange on e1. He took back with the rook, therefore making there's the pawn on a2 is unguarded now. Takes that pawn, and then now we're waiting for Gukesh to move again. Yeah. Time is a huge factor here because Gukesh has 44 minutes, and this Dean only has 17 minutes. Now, losing that pawn, this is starting to remind me of the first game, because like losing that pawn, well, maybe it's not that bad for white. Oh, who's moving these? This is yeah. This is like I'm not doing anything. Okay, so oh, this is the only move that black has, right? Yeah.
That's only with otherwise they lose their
Yeah.
So ideal.
Okay.
So I guess now when it's the couple of the bishop on e3 too. So I guess when the first inspection I put the my first thing is
Oh, that's what Gukesh did. Instead of moving the rook, I would have just gone straight king to g2. Because you want, well, it doesn't really matter, but you want to capture this pawn, don't you?
Yeah. I guess like bringing the rook move and it's like this rook bishop.
Oh, right. Well, it's okay. The bishop is guarding that diagonal, so. All right. Well, this is we're lucky. We get to see a fairly dynamic position. I think
Yeah, it's possible.
this is one of the better games so far. Could even be a decisive result. And okay, Ding is down to 16 minutes. So that might be even more important because he's only on move 25. It's 40 moves until you get the bonus. So he's got to make 15 moves in 16 minutes, which is like impossible.
Say a move right?
Yeah, but at this for classical, when Gukesh has like 3 times the amount, almost 3 times. This is I think that most likely I can see just Dean losing on time, even though I don't think that he has such a bad position though. Like I wouldn't say that this is a losing position. Wait, did he move?
He played rook d7 now.
Oh, why did he go there?
Maybe advantage to play this. That's how to play it. It's very like dynamic.
Well, because he's like blocking his like the knights still. I guess he wants to maintain pressure on that pawn. But then where does like what is this is this knight ever going to move somewhere or like it just stays in the back rank? The
Tying up his own pieces in rook d7.
yeah, it just seems kind of awkward.
I suppose he's hoping that if I take d7, but I don't think white will take the pawn on a7. I could be wrong. Maybe they're.
Why didn't he just go there? Or,
the issues of bishop on f3.
oh, right. That's dangerous, right? That's why I'm not a grandmaster. Okay, well, at least he moved. You came right when the game was exciting. What? Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, it's just me. Okay, everyone. Right now we have currently 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 people at the club right now. Okay, that's not so bad. I've been away for 6 weeks, so trying to get the chess club started again. And we are at T Bar on Heping East Road, Section 3, number 66. Heping Donglu 366号. So if anyone would like to join us, we are on the 2nd floor. Okay. Erlo. We play every Tuesday, starting at 7 p.m. generally. People usually don't get here until 8. I started the live stream a bit after 6 o'clock today. So we have 0 people watching right now. Just post a couple pictures. What? What? You're playing what? No, I'm trying to block that. Okay. Do we have a move? We don't have a move. All right, so I'm gonna start eating.
So I'll take a look. Taking on a7 because it's d7, k7. Take up. Like I said, the knight on f8 can escape. So maybe I think I move like rook a6. The conflict with the knight on f6. Rook a6. So maybe let's do a knight to the knight on f6 to d8. Takes 6. Yeah. Yeah, it's very hard to find the right move. Like the computer gives us advantage for white, like +1 before, but it's hard to find.
Wait, doesn't white have 2 attackers against that pawn right now?
In the corner, yes. I think so. Like white rook takes a7, but I think that would help black to yeah. Take takes, bishop takes, and then maybe knight to d7. And then we can it's hard. Very so like, no, I say you do a thing rook takes a7. Like, I think it's a plus instinct. You get it's 5/6. Also, like black speed from we're looking at one it's queen b3.
Mm.
If there's any ways to capitalize as well. What is queen c3? Threatening rook a1, but also it attacks the knight on f6. Is that an option?
Good idea. Well, the problem with you can go. Oh no. Actually, there's nowhere for that queen to run to. There's no safe square on the first.
Oh, but I suppose a rook a1 doesn't drop queen b3. It's very complex.
No, I like that idea. Queen to c3.
So queen c3 black must play. Oh, that's a big fact. So
Yeah.
then the knight on c2 as well. White takes knight 6, black can take on c2.
I think Dean's gonna lose this game.
Fun with the moves. It's very hard.
$32 minutes left for Gukesh at around 16. So he's got about double the time, but this is obviously a critical move.
C3 knights. I'm sure it achieves too much. Because that would be a rook a1, but queen back to b4. It's not quite right.
Queen to d1.
So for like queen c3, I think black is to e8.
Knight to what?
Can we move this one?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Oh no, not this one.
Queen c3, I think black is we're 15 knights. Yeah.
You're saying
knight,
this?
Knight f6. Oh, sorry, knight
This?
Well, look at speech punches. Fix things. A1, queen back to B3. Yeah.
What about this? Hmm. It's not as good as we thought. There's still a way for Ding to wiggle his way out of it.
Look. That's next move. We don't make a move. What's that? Good G4. There's so many options for like. Waiting, some of them. So it says like black and do 960.
What does it say? Knight takes D5.
It's a recommendation.
Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. So this pawn is currently going to be lost if white doesn't do something, right?
I think it's dangerous because knight takes D5 and your bishop takes G7.
Right.
And then attacks twice.
Well, Gukesh doesn't seem to know what to do. He's like dozing off.
This is like what? Okay, one again. B3. Eventually, super K5. That's the computer's recommendation.
What, here?
Oh, yeah, so the
On the next move. Attack that pawn.
I guess the is if you take on A7, then it helps. It's really right. The work on D7 isn't very what's the knight. You don't want to take that.
Well, this pawn's critical because if you lose this pawn is this c-file pawn is like gonna fall eventually. Well, he's taking his time. If he doesn't move, he's going to be in the same position as Ding. Okay. I think both players are officially in time trouble now.
We could experience the time pressure now. Although the thing is, it's quite good at like it spends a lot of time like earlier on. Like
Uh-huh.
so a lot of possibilities, and then as the game is usually a bit faster. We'll see. So I'm not like that.
Jason Lee in Taiwan. You find it?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do this again if people are interested. We can just like do like a chess club marathon where we're just like meeting every day, you know, until the chess championship is over. Because this only happens once every 18 months. Right.
Sorry about that.
It's not quite.
It's quite slow though. It's really, there are other games going on. Like the World Championship, people like the World Championship, two games. So it's like one game's quite slow.
They seem to either play really interesting games or they play like boring games. The draws are all. Yeah, both sides have 3 minor pieces, 2 rooks, and a queen, so they've got almost all the pieces. And a lot of pawns have been 3 pawns a side have been exchanged, so these are the most complicated kind of positions.
I'd say so. So many possibilities.
Oh, wait a minute. White is down a pawn still.
Yes, yeah.
What is.
But anytime White can always take it back. White wants to, but
The 8th pawn, right?
yeah, that actually helps Black. I think maybe
Helps Black because then Black can put their rook on that file.
yeah, and then free up the I think the D7 square for the knight. So that's the issue. So rook A7, knight D6, D7. That's probably still worse, but not losing.
Okay, so Gukesh now has 23 minutes. He's only 7 minutes ahead of Dean now. Oh, he's moving. I saw him move. Oh my goodness.
The best move, according to the engine.
Unbelievable. The best move. He made it. Took him way too long, but I don't think Dean is not responding immediately to that. Okay, let's go back to the analysis board. All right, now if you're Black, what do you think? Oh, he moved already.
I was thinking about it. It's instant. It's almost instant.
Why did he go there?
I guess Black will take it. Yeah,
What's the point of that queen b3? He's just.
I feel like he wants to try to push c3 at some point. He can't do it yet. Maybe Black try to get c3 at some point.
He's gonna lose.
We're hoping that white was rook a3. Yeah, I think white will play rook b5, and then black needs to think.
Black's positions. What the hell?
What's the white's going to maybe think so maybe
Why wouldn't he take the pawn? He takes that pawn and Black's position falls apart. I don't want to see a draw. Come on, go for a win.
So white is also advantage for the never.
I think that if he draws this, he's letting Dane off the hook. That's not what we want to see. We want to see a decisive victory here. Go for it, man.
Ruthless. Yeah, I'm not sure why I went back. I guess I'm still in the pressure too. So, who do you want to win the world championship?
I don't have a strong preference. It doesn't really matter. I think either way it will be a good result. It will be good for chess. I think we have like a couple more interesting players in the chess championship this time. I think it's good that like India's back in the world chess championship without Anand. It's like someone new. You know? Like like 21 or something. Yeah. And he's not even the highest rated Indian player. There's another one that's like higher rated than him.
I don't know why I think for so long as not breaking it. Was it just a like? Was it? So for Queen B1 is pretty well.
So this is
Yeah, if that king holds this suit, he's very, very happy.
I'm really disappointed. Well, why would Gukesh not take that pawn? I mean, like, why give him a way up?
Yeah, it's very strange. But now that the times are about the same, right? 19 minutes versus it's very much the same.
Yeah.
You might end up just like at this stage repeating moves because the time record.
I think he needs to go back to A5. That's the best move. Yeah, I mean,
Come back to rook c6. Yeah, it's like so complex. I think cannot be very scared. It's rook a5. I think maybe I think you're wrong. Maybe you're worried about.
What is he worried about?
He can black do this. Oh, black into this. We'll come back to this. See, maybe. But I guess now you have to face it. I think d5 as well. I'm not sure. There's something black somebody discovered attacks as the bishop on this file as well.
I don't think moving that pawn down works. Can't the bishop can just capture.
But black is very safe. Like, also, this seems to be not a good twist according to the PC. Yeah, it seems to be it's like a really, really hard to find that move.
You know what? Like when the rook captures his pawn, it doesn't. It goes down.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's hard to find this black. Tries so many moves, but it seems like all the moves.
Going here increases.
So hot.
Okay. If we look at the time, Gukesh is down to 16 minutes now. He's only. It's possible. I mean, because both of them are in time trouble, so like it's possible they just might agree to a draw. But I think that would really be a shame because we really want to see how this plays out.
What is my schedule for? I'm not sure what like schedule like Rook A5, Queen B3, 5. So I can't really use the it's so hard to Rooks.
We have 2 consecutive. Oh, he moved. He moved.
Oh no.
He's repeating the moves.
It's last chance.
Okay, so Dean's going to move quickly. Dean's going to move right back to B3, right? Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Still like blue, right?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, they moved it into pieces.
Is he playing one?
Whose turn is it?
What the Queen F4 so is what made a mistake? Queen F4 is a mistake. Queen F4. Is a mistake. But I can't understand why that's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what happened. He went back here, and then he captured, like we wanted him to. Then he went there trying to exchange.
Queen F4. It's keeping the queens on. Yeah, it's already a big mistake.
This drops the knight, doesn't it?
Oh, but this one too.
Okay.
The equal trade. Crash is the win.
It goes down by a bit, but I mean, like, we shouldn't read too much into this thing, you know.
But if you look at the computer's best move for black, it recommends G5. Is that what best move is? What's G5? It's crazy, right?
I don't know.
Like black's pretty out of options.
That's not a very human move. G5, like, no one would do that.
Yeah, like no human ability. Strange.
Because you would just lose a pawn, right? So
Very bizarre.
and open up a file of attack towards your king. But if you move that pawn, then the knight can move to that square.
I think that's the idea. Right?
G6.
But yeah, you're right. I don't think we'll find G5.
He doesn't have
It's
enough
not very human,
time.
is it? It's not human.
If I were him, I would just play for a draw.
G5, we take G6, Queen F4, G6, check.
Or A6. What do you think of A6?
A6. That's a help by to be just sure.
Yeah.
So I feel like pretty further up on B5 than B5.
Also, if pawn moves the pawn on from c4 to c3. It opens up an attack against the rook.
Oh,
Yeah. Black. That's what I want to do on my next. Yeah.
A human move, and then the rook needs to move. I recommend rook c5 though. I think c5.
Maybe that move's not so good.
So much.
Okay, Dane's on the hot seat. 11 minutes. They got 10 moves left. This is a nervous time.
I really like humans. It's
Right. Well, I don't like Dane's body language here. He looks kind of like clueless.
It's not sure what to do.
Yo, you want to join the live stream, or do you want to play? This is at the critical point in the game. It looks like I think he's in trouble. Okay, you want to pull out a set? This is Eric. Okay. We have a couple more people for our club. We don't have 7.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you got a. You got a board. Okay. Oh, a move. We have a move. Queen takes knight, and then bishop takes knight. Okay, we have 2 moves. And then queen to f5. Okay, we have several moves. Okay, I'll show it to you. Okay, so after this move, they fought for a long time, and then he took the knight. Queen takes c2. Bishop takes f6, and then the queen comes back. And now it's decision time for white.
White takes like it's very weak except points. If they go into the end, they queen f5, g7. Rook c5.
This looks like it's simplifying to a draw now. Wow, if Dean can pull off a draw here, that'd be amazing.
In control. I think they move. Queen f5 is a.
Okay. So queen takes queen, and then
no, it's not. It's even. It's still a game.
yeah, so bishop takes, king takes that.
C5, I thought it would be rook c5.
Right.
Rook c5, right? You win the pawn on c4.
There whoa. Okay, rook c5, and then knight. That rook, that knight is trying to fork the rook and bishop after, which I think is okay. Well, no, because if you get the rook off this, then this pawn's gonna fall next, and this is the best white's best pawn. So I don't know if I'm Gukesh, I wouldn't necessarily take that pawn right away. But I don't know. This looks like a draw now. But,
I think we have to take it. Okay. 95.
yeah, sure. Oh yeah. Right. I forgot about the intermediary move.
Take it or leave it. I think the nice one pretty better than the bishop because the bishop's not defending.
Oh, they moved. Okay. Okay, so they did what you suggested.
So now I mean, it forks the rook and the pawn.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they can't take it because she took the rook, I think. Back to e5 again. So I think
okay, let me see.
Then you get the rook. That's probably winning. I'm not sure. Or a draw. Then the rook and then king f6. Yeah, it's an option. He's better.
Okay.
The knight c6. Now I expect to work out.
Wow, they're doing what you're thinking.
Wait, that's he took? This could be a draw, because I think what has to do is go for rook c4.
Yeah.
Rook c4 would be a thing. So rook f4. Defend this one. And then if you get this point, you also attack. So if I could back otherwise,
Right. I think you figured it Yeah, yeah.
If you go back, it's so hard. He played over. It's for lack of a 97, but and then 97.
It's White's move. Wait,
Oh, B5.
real? Is that what he actually did?
Oh, I switched.
Black's move. Oh, there's no repetition after that pawn.
What do you? King to F6.
Oh,
B5 spot because then.
It prevents-
Then it's yeah. Stop.
it prevents that knight from going back to.
Which I'm not sure.
Knight to d5. What do you mean?
Because otherwise it makes me back to D4 again. We could be the last shot to take it. It's like
Just take this.
well, that's cool. This is probably a draw. I think there's like 6.
You think this is a draw right here?
I think yes, yeah. I think here there's actually a great draw. But I think it seems like if I think D5, I couldn't take it.
I think taking is Black's best move though. If he doesn't take here, I wouldn't be trying to win this game. Or
Okay, fine.
this.
That's probably
Right.
so that's the one. Yeah, D5 is just one.
Okay, this is a live board. They don't analyze on this board.
G6. F6.
Wait, he moved. Okay. He didn't take. Why didn't he take?
I think because he can win it. If Black can take on D5, then it'd be like and then Black next move will be Black takes D5 and then Black and then White can't take on F5. So it seems to be hooked.
Oh no, that's a fine. Yeah, yeah.
So what's fun? That's new setting. So obviously, D5 is very intuitive, right? I think now that's when maybe because you got this. So White can't really go forward. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, rook to H. H4.
I think if now too far away from this H pawn, so now like what to give up this corner, go rook to H4.
That
And if
pawn
White
is
this one,
dumb.
this is like a H4. It's really hard to stop, right?
Yeah.
Just wait. And just hope that White happens.
What do you do? Oh, you just move back?
Oh, he played pawn to H6. So rook D4 and H6 now.
Why do you go there?
I think just a waiting. Oh, I think he's waiting. It's 3 minutes. Only one view now, it should be fine. And it's quite easy. Very nice. What else they can do?
5 minutes. Well, this is like a blitz game now. King F1?
If White goes H4, which also seems right, but then they use the chance to H4 rook H4 in the future. So I think this pawn can't move, this can't move. Oh, D6? Yeah, it's just knight here, and then you win the pawn. Yeah, so I think the only move.
Okay, well, no matter what, we have 10 minutes left, right? So, well, this is like a what? Is it possible they can make time control? Really? We could be here all night? Oh, they are close. Okay. Well, only 51% voted. The game will continue after move 40.
Very well. Nice thing.
Oh, how did you know that? Is it because white doesn't have another good move?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. It's like the king actually was coming to the game. That's 2.5 minutes. Make it prediction. G6. Because I think that would be the game.
So what happens at move 40? He gets extra half an hour?
Yeah, and then you get 30 minutes back each, and then 30 seconds increment time.
Right, so he's at 33 minutes. Okay, so Ding has 2 minutes to make his final move.
And then I think King G6. Probably maybe King G. Maybe I would King down. Because I think Black's white.
Why not King to E5?
I think King E5 is the same risk. Black can unfortunately come over this.
The knight can guard it.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's a bit passive. But then, like, this one is. Yeah, it's probably like better. This
Better to take the pawn. Pawn than guard.
Yeah, so what I guess it's 8 points. Right? 6, 7. Now, white could be going for a win. The past stage.
Yeah.
So I expect G6.
These 2 pawns are terrible versus these 3 pawns right here. That's a big long-term weakness. All right, how much time to do that?
Less than a minute. I see it.
One minute. Oh, 45 seconds. And counting. Nerve wracking.
38. What if he gets his time? Otherwise,
Oh. Okay. Hurry up and move. Oh, he moved.
That's what I mean. I think that's what. I'm not
Because of
thinking
this?
around, yeah.
Because of this?
Yeah, I think so.
He was forced to make a move. Well, they've got plenty of time to think now. If that's a mistake, Chris will figure it out.
I think White's pretty on this great. So this is what I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're good for. And like this point is
Right.
So then
Which is bad news.
this. This is what we suggest.
That's what it suggested, but I don't like it. Can he guard it with a rook?
Maybe it's what the white to do to make him perfect.
Instead of this. Can you do this?
Oh, interesting.
That way this stays on this. So let's say they do this. And this.
Kukesh played Yeah, I think him move probably is right. Actually,
This.
Okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that looks way better than moving the knights to G8. Yeah, see? You can take that with the king.
Probably draw, but white's not much otherwise. I think more likely is that white would take. I think white would take. I think. Page 5.
This.
Page 5. I think this one's got page 5. This is right. So easy. Just easy game. Just challenging. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? So I think what I'd like to study.
Oh, they go there.
Oh, I can see it.
Sure. Oh, that's interesting.
So now we can get set. I think one. But now I think my phone on D5 anyway. So I can go H4, H5.
We don't think could move the rook if he's going to move the rook down. Oh, he moved. He didn't guard.
My tongue shut.
So you get.
I think
Why isn't he guarding? You don't care about white, but transferring.
I guess white takes her.
Yeah, we should have did what I was suggesting. Like I know better.
don't know. Maybe for like maybe for this.
Oh.
So white takes, and then Ding goes there.
Wait, look, that's not C6.
Rook C6.
After 93. Yeah. Oh, smart, because you get. So now the red is rook C6. Because if knight takes B5, you have rook C5 check.
Rook.
If you have rook C6, so they get rook C6. I think you can I think the.
Oh, look at the bar here. Holy crap, white is totally winning.
I think it's
What?
just cool.
Yeah, see? See? Apparently this knight move is really bad. Look how much it moves.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Interesting.
I know. I fully. All the opportunities.
That was a long grand fight. Now, like, if you look at the odds, especially my chess.com, it seems to be that because we're likely going to win now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
Well, at least we had a decisive victory. A decisive result. It seems like Ding could have still like fallen in the last two moves.
What game is this? Is it backgammon or is it some?
Backgammon with additional cards. So it's a very backgammon. We seem to be having fun with it too. Do you know this game? It's like Mafia.
Oh,
That's a party game.
oh yes, yeah. That's really cool.
How did this go?
I was good. Like, I guess I think faltered at the last minute. This is the classified information. That's having no idea or I don't follow any of information.
Oh. You went rook to c6. Why would he do that? Oh, Gukesh. Uh-oh. See that? Oh, he's in trouble. Big trouble. Yeah. He didn't take the pawn.
Yeah, you can hit the point again, obviously 5 forking.
Oh.
Was forced. I expect my knight. So I go h4. King to e4. It's not pushing the possible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not sure what else.
Yeah. Did he move? Oh. Still hasn't moved. White is not moving.
It's this one. Can I explain to you?
Oh, okay. Seems like a waiting move. He doesn't want to get forward.
We're so proud. I really wanted to go this week. Not sure which okay, it looks very. Yeah. King is approved. Like, yeah, what about it? Maybe this. So I much more useful. Yes, maybe we have to. So guys, Jason is sleeping. It's not waking up.
What? Do they move?
Looks like Lukash is doing well.
Yeah, looks like he's winning, and we're waiting for Black to move. Oh wait, oh no. Yeah. Wait, did he move? Oh no, that's just Charles. Okay, the game is almost over. Hurry up and finish.
I think that might be a draw. Getting it is not 19. It is 94. Oh my god. This is like 65 Jack.
The Mafia game. Yeah.
Back to E6. The king is high. Safe. A little beach. Misses 98 on the 50. Contenders. After 5. 7 goes into line. Apparently it was not the best. Weekend should move that. I'd rather see that. Ready made a moment. Maybe now. That's 796. Yeah, 4 is the
Oh, this is super.
what you can get. Anyways, but basically, either way, that's the or it's ridiculous. Efficiency differences. I guess not play. Yeah, like game. Stress. Etc.
Recent H 45.
It's already so now I don't think right back this time as I said terminal now. Top over 60. That's where I go to it. No, your point is very okay. Back. Yes, Bishop B2 was better.
The right line on 8.
Rook
False. 95, 96, 57.
Rook 8.
Doesn't feel is still very open to survive. Say this game.
Spend now 13 minutes on it.
But we don't want to make it interesting.
Stop thinking about things. What's that?
Just really thick knife.
Understandable. The option of taking the minor piece, avoiding I have to look to grow. Well, and this one must be too.
Clear indication that he doesn't see, doesn't believe that there is a good move.
Computers in the end, I've been giving you an exclamation. Avoid the possibility of brilliant prophylactic thinking. And practical terms, maybe that's the best assessment of being practically very smart.
So,
And Robert doing I know how to move this. And even that,
then maybe the rook endgame is not bad. I think the pawn. Take on b5, take the knight. I don't understand.
fallibility of the human mind.
That position is something risky. I know, because there is the colony.
Right.
We have the crazy counterplay.
Yes, right. So I think you get a couple hours and get that close. That sharp tackle one. Day 58. I don't feel it.
Just like that.
That's all. But absolutely, I forgot to secretary. Oh yeah, free. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That'll come in handy today. I might have lost audio. Oh, there we go. Sound in my headphones. Now it's all quiet. Sound of big thinking for 20 minutes. Not doing
Also, the Super impressive.
1800 handle 12 more people. Every second. There are no other games. Are there some total restraint?
Yeah.
Definitely very, very impressive to see.
That's why it doesn't. It's not quite a goal. It's also fine. Not in the like.
Great defense. That's how you use it. You feel it.
Goes up for white.
Finding the right direction.
And then and probably
So you have a little bit more
You can just get the and looking at also looking at what I love the camera.
You don't need any more games for this. Probably is still objective. You could need select down one. Your team needs to keep it.
We'll see.
Rook 5.
Play like the same game.
So not easy. See, stay. Stay. 7, 5. Yeah, the engine doesn't care. So what is winning.
5 minutes waiting. Analysis. I'd like to say. Spend out 20. Worst mission takes you 4 hours.
Cream. Still on. Want to say something important?
All right, you guys can sit.
You guys like how many minutes now? 4 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah. But we played F6.
Take this
F6 is a great. I suspect like H4 now.
H4, it's very natural. Yeah.
And then maybe the other for the rook D3.
Knight D2.
Oh no,
no,
F4. H4 F4 because now there's no rook H4 F4.
I know, but there is still bishop B4, right?
But H4.
We were looking at
Oh, rook B7.
rook B7,
H4.
bishop B2, and F4.
Yeah, H4, rook B7, bishop B2, F4. Because earlier there was a F4, right?
I mean, the computer move is rook C8.
No, I don't think.
I know, it's white, it's white, it's white. C8.
I think that human stage. Oh, now it's like
It's not even that good.
it looks rook D3.
And games are hard.
And games are hard. Yeah, this much less. But there are a few pieces. It's surprisingly harder. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Wait again.
Rook C8. What's the point of rook C8? I guess you can give some checks. Now, rook C8 is a really hard move to understand. Also gives black knight E6. C8. But there is some tactical idea, like G4, and if black takes, there is. That's one of the few things that I see about rook C8. But kind of like the rook there, kind of dominating the knight, right?
What is the difference on H4 rook D3? That's the previous H1. No, rook D3. This is it's not as good for.
Well, in that line, black was playing F5 to save this pawn.
Yeah. No,
So I guess if we repeat the same line, white may win this, but black may win this one.
That's part of the white.
Now rook C8.
It doesn't really make much sense for humans. Rook C8.
That's a hard move. There's a little check here on C5. Annoying, right? Because the king has to guard this pawn here. So king here. Now bishop D5. Check again. And then bishop C6. No. If knight D6, C5 is very strong. Yeah, but still I don't understand. C8. Very difficult.
It's just
Yeah. I think it does. It gives white an extra check on e8. And it's kind of hard to believe that it's more useful than h4, right?
I think that's sort of looks here. Considering it. That would be something. What would be something else? Bishop E2.
Yeah, for example, against that's interesting. Against okay, a rook endgame. The engine plays the rook endgame. Rook c5 back.
It just seems like white with the king suit, not the pawn. Like, it's also not very intuitive. Though.
It's very, very subtle. Very, very subtle. So looks. Yeah, why not taking with the pawn?
That might help them. Right, fine.
I guess like Gukesh looks at h4 versus rook d3 or rook d7. That's great. And it can find rook c8.
There's a little bit of time, but
Yeah, it's quite interesting. You should play it sometime.
Never played it.
Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of long.
it was fun. It was fun. Very unpredictable. Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah. Without thinking, yeah.
but maybe Gukesh realizes h4 is like e3 or something. So
He's thinking probably he's seeing something that he doesn't like about h4.
rook c8. Because if you can't play h4, then maybe the next move would be.
How come the white is not moving their h on like you predicted?
Because I think like black has a move rook d3 or rook d7, and it's a bit troublesome for whites. Oh, he played rook c8.
Wow.
Is that the line? Oh no,
He found it.
Hold on. Not yet.
Yeah. They also don't because the line of the computer is rook c8, rook b7, and then just straight on like yeah, like not trade now, but play these two rooks and then trade that. Carson can find this kind of moves. Carson, I've seen him find this kind of very hard end game moves. Cash. I guess you can play h4. Maybe bishop e2 is kind of natural to
I think if not h4, then maybe I think
defend the pawn before he gets attacked. Maybe some f4, maybe. H4, bishop e2. Maybe, yeah. It just feels like you're not doing nothing right with the rook c8. That's why it's kind of but
That's fine because it doesn't. It's weak.
it's just when you have an advantage, you don't want to kind of play don't do nothing, right? You want to have the initiative, and looks like you're doing nothing. So that's why it's also a hard move to play.
He finds out we'll be very impressed.
Even looking at the end game,
End game might be very hard to render. It might be a fierce.
no. Let's see if I see the position.
Move the h pawn.
Yeah, it's h4. Oh, yeah, h4.
C5.
H4. Okay, that's probably d4. It's more aggressive.
I wanna see.
Oh, that's worse. Oh, that's annoying.
Six.
H4, H5.
Okay, so Okay, this endgame is winning, but like yeah, it looks very good. But like even here, if without the computer, I wouldn't be able to tell 100% it's good. And you know, so many moves before that to see that. So H4.
Yeah,
Wow.
no. Is it like this? Because we had a Rook B7 0, so is that much worse? Well, it's much worse. Wins the PC. Rook. What is it?
Now Black has to play kind of a yo-yo move. He has to play Rook D3, King E2, and then Rook back to D5.
Strange. Strange as well.
Well, if you play Rook D3 immediately, White can defend the Bishop. But if you do this yo-yo, White doesn't have.
No Bishop B2.
Yeah. I guess that's the idea.
Like, Bishop D1? Bishop D1.
Ooh.
Wow.
Equality. I don't know. Is this the game?
Yeah, it's like I forced him for an actual enough of that.
Damn.
Or nice. I think I forced him to be aggressive. You find out what
I guess if G4 there is F3 and too much counterplay.
King F4.
Rook H3.
Oh my god, this is so natural.
This, but there is Rook H3. I didn't see it.
Oh, not fight, but that's
Almost. I mean, you can play F3 and you have a making net. It's actually kind of unstoppable. F3 and you cannot run away.
so now, but what a crazy. Oh,
Damn.
I think saves this something.
Damn.
I think F6 is like what a genius. Well, it's getting intense. Now it's 5 versus 10.
Now feels like the worst is over. Yeah, now, like, because now it's easy to come up with new black, right?
I thought it was very obvious. I think yes, yeah, must be that. We can predict his move. This is insane.
Hmm.
If H5 just like a rook H3, is that what it is?
Hmm?
If H5 not played.
H3.
Wow.
Rook H3 blocks the path. Yeah,
Decision by Ding. Like one of the guys in the club. Oh, no more.
He knows he he's shaking or it's like the camera. He's not shaking that much. So I think at H4 is normal.
That played bishop d1. Bishop d1. Wow.
King E2.
Two, which by the way allows this, but I guess this is nothing. Just here, and you cannot take with the rook because knight bishop takes. So this rook is in. So just play rook e2. And then just beef. But if this was the best, this is already close to a draw, right? With everything on the one side of the board. Rook c8. Wow.
For one more turn on the player's face.
Are there any like chess tournaments in class? Are there any like chess tournaments in class? Like that's I find it online. It's hard to find it.
Yeah, they are hard to find, and basically you can find something, but everything is in Chinese.
Oh yeah, it's too
It's you don't find it in English.
It's like
But very few.
some good days in Taiwan. Like no, it's not Taiwan. It's first GM. I think. But a young kid.
By
in the US.
by other. Then there is a GM that now lives in China, I think.
There's an event Bangkok.
The Bangkok Open.
Yeah. I'm thinking about playing next. It's in April.
No, I thought about that of going to the Bangkok, so I actually might do it. I have to see a couple of things, but I might.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, because I'm thinking about it as well. I'm seeing if I can get the time to go. I was thinking about playing last stream as well, but in the end, it's bad timing. It's my first tournament in maybe like 10 years.
I haven't played chess for 2 years now.
What's your FIDE?
2170.
Mine is about the same. Maybe a bit lower.
Now it's a good time to play because I changed the rules a little bit and with the yellow, and many players are getting ready. So now it's a good time.
I'm just one. Yeah. My concern is that in the Bangkok tournament, you've got to watch the players who are underrated. Almost half of them are underrated. Very underrated.
Yeah. That I have to see if there is that section. But, over 2000 rating or over whatever. For me, perfect it's like over 2000 rating.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So
That's a good call.
you don't play with these super strong underrated
1700s, like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my one concern is that like I think last year that's 1700. We were like really good,
Yeah, it's a great because they don't play many tournaments, so it can be.
So what's the thing? Yeah.
We're going to be in the run. Thesis is born out. Yeah, just
Serious translation. It's a shock.
They never played classical chess. So, like, I've heard good things about the Bangkok Open. So, yeah.
you might end up going for that.
We're like one of the best tournaments in Asia space.
Yeah.
Like in like East,
Yeah.
East part of Asia.
There are some like I went to Bangkok like a year ago, and I went to their club, and there was like two international masters, one Philip masters, and we had the club like
Actually
this
showing
one.
up.
Yeah,
I like what
I think Thailand has many very strong players. I don't think Thailand has Gavasa from Thailand.
under 2 minutes. No. Oh, 1.5 minutes.
Dukesh is not considered the mid player, so I should probably.
It's crazy. So now like so that's crazy. Like now like why my risk using as well because like there's so many traps.
Yeah, maybe with the night, you know.
Short term. Let's say long term.
You miss a trick. And maybe sometimes you are winning and you know what you're winning, but you still think that you're winning just because of inertia. How do I win this? But he has this feeling, but actually, it's not winning anymore.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Probably also draws, yeah.
Unexpected.
And so you know what?
Yeah. Take the knight, take six. Or the alternative is b6. Yeah, the alternative is b6. Well, or rook c4, f5, b4.
Okay. Good time though, like it's hard now with this time pressure.
Good.
Brings on work. H5.
But you drop the three. That doesn't look very right. The rook is.
He's got a minute left.
He has 5 minutes. Now he has a nice time. What is the best move for black? King E5. King F3 might be dangerous.
It's also bishop d1.
F3 is now suddenly a huge threat.
Oh, they can't. Right. Like, 33
By the way, look at this one. King of 1 knight, but your line is much more important. Should have ran.
Yeah, it chose the most exciting move.
Black can still so it's like take the knight. So it's quite crazy. It's like
5 minutes still on his
it should be.
He did that move once.
Okay, I'm putting on ding for this game.
There is increment. It's probably because the other pieces.
King G2 on I think we can like I guess it's
Night, so might as well.
Speaking about King F4, F3 second. Sort of.
Yeah, F3 is not obvious. Free? Keeps on you.
Actually, so
So found it.
same situations on the board.
Okay.
Many players.
Go again. I think does White have to go Ricky through? There should be 2. Knight F2.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's it. Crazy looking move. It's Ricky 6.
Saves the pawn.
7. The knight. Ricky 7.
Brains heavily.
So, like, we can't go.
Crazy decision. Rookie 7. 3. like rook here with white's done next game. So he's up for 3.
Decided endgames.
It's chess. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty intense. Maybe Gukesh still beats it probably.
Technically, it's still
He takes up 3.
fools even between rook e7 and rook e6. After rook b7, is bishop f3 defending the knight, right? So that also was not obvious. Only increment until the end.
There's no. Yes. That makes things find this.
It's fine.
What about the going to F3? Isn't that bad?
Bishop check, I guess she's somewhere. More like black king's 2.
There's also king g3. Then,
Oh, but bishop f5.
4. No, look. Rook e4. But yeah, might still be a job because you drop right the bishop. Just
-6.
Okay.
Rook e5.
Yeah.
Seems. I don't know what else to do.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
3 seconds.
Nice 5. I need to move, I guess.
The live video was not perfect. Much of it worked. A soccer stadium kind of.
Oh, wait, that's it. That's what you have. Before.
Oh my god, it's never loses. Ace 1.
If the rook f6, rook h1 check, king d2, and that's the
I think rook g5.
yeah.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
Rook e5. Just 3 squares from the knight. Rook e5.
In the game, they only have one result.
There's no such thing as 5 hours play.
Scramble, yeah. Here's 85 left.
Okay.
I give it away unless I have to right now.
Yes.
What did I reach?
Yeah, he protects the point.
Well, to spend time here, like, yep, tricks, or the work. But still,
Yeah, there is still a lot of tension.
or select around C5. Make the vision.
Yes, and then my gives me 5 of
Right, that white doesn't get made.
Like not right there, not right there. Like area right there.
Calm himself down. And choose a move with a lot of confidence.
Immediate move. Hopefully, is he gonna get the two for this? What?
Wait a second. Let's find a little counter.
Yes,
What about like A6? No. White block. That's second.
Oh, yeah, people on harassing this. We have to go find.
Or just chasing it down the night. Yes.
Oh, his next move is to go.
I can always set
Good.
always end up with
Yeah.
and instead,
Is this a draw?
Yeah, it's a draw.
Five bishop. Five there. A good throw.
that is why it's terrible.
Yeah, I think
I'm trying to get this.
not the move. It's just crazy. That six stabilizing. Now the fun is
Yeah.
So King B5.
you guys like on that eraser.
Yeah, you get 7 meters. Also, just looking at
There's that look again. 8, maybe try.
85. Yeah, it's not a good.
Lucas right out of breath. I'm done. Hey.
There's plenty of time. What do you say? E3.
That's okay. Yeah. Remember,
Or did
5 might be a handshake. This might be the last one.
handshake the pawn? The black, I don't know. So black doesn't get both points. Like black plays for the winner.
No. Take no, but play for the win. It's impossible.
Should be free. Oh.
Okay. Knight F7 is one.
I'll take the F6 jet.
Maybe it's a professional one.
He can take on b5 against the knight.
Don't take on E5.
And don't take on b5. Why?
Oh, but the rook, I guess you can be. Very safe. Okay, it's one.
Okay, and then just takes the pawn. Okay.
How does he do this? Like vertex.
It was okay.
It's just high risk. Well, so not like knight takes.
Yeah, that's a speech because if you do it like this, 7, then you have to endure this endgame rook versus bishop. So the knight f7 is much better. You don't have to suffer for. And it's very easy to do, especially with this time that he has.
No, like then he's not even up. But still, it's still playing.
He's going for every trick. But now it's
E7 might be 6 and I think I'll be 6 and might be 7.
Yeah.
That point, you're upset, right? Saying that. Okay, good enough.
just straight
Rook d6. Yeah, there you go.
Game over.
Game over. GG. What a game. What a crazy game. They're paying for like
Big happiness.
I think b5.
Last flex night.
All right.
Damn.
I'll end the stream.
Okay, everyone. It's finally over. It's a draw.
So, the game, pivotal out this predictable world championship match.
So next week will be a Tuesday. So today was game 7. Wednesday 9.
You got to do it again tomorrow, Peter. That's the best part.
There's no game.
Yes, incredible. Okay, these last 2 games have been fantastic. John, what is your take?
Unbelievable. John Sargent, help us process these emotions as the players finally leave the game table, but not for very long. They'll be right back at it in under 24 hours.
Danya, help you process these emotions. If we had heart rate monitors on the players right now, I guarantee they'd be a lot lower than
I don't
us
think
sat
so.
here. It's us we need to worry about.
It's,
That was insane.
So today's
Whenever you
so
compare
Wednesday, Thursday
what
is
the game looked
game
like at the
9,
end to what was
and
going on
Friday's a
into the
break,
middle game, you
then
would not have believed it. Peter, if I told you in the middle game where Ding was 40 minutes down on the clock,
Saturday,
having been
Sunday,
out-prepared
Mondays,
in a
games 10,
position
11,
where he was
12,
constantly
and
being
then it's a
pressed, if
break.
I
So
told
the
you that
break
later on that
falls
Ging
on
was going to be
Tuesday.
pressing Gukesh to provoke a mistake in time trouble, I think at that point you would have laughed at me, but that's exactly what happened. We got so
do you guys
many
wanna do
different
this
games
again?
crammed into one result. It was amazing.
Well, we can't do it next Tuesday. We have to
Absolutely.
change the
Yeah,
schedule
at
to
some point, Gukesh played a
fit their
fantastic game.
schedule,
Yes, throughout.
which means
He
that
played this rook a5 move. It looked like, okay, that's it.
game
No way back for
12
Ding, but he
is
kept
on
finding this queen b3, queen d5, then also this queen f5. This was the end game.
Yeah, there's
And
14.
finally,
So it's
after some
Monday,
very big
next
battle,
Monday,
the game ended in
Wednesday,
a draw.
Thursday.
What a fight.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
There is a lot
So
to
we should
unpack in
meet
this
on
game.
Tuesday.
Danya, you have the enviable task of helping break that down for us. All
Thursday
these
night?
twists and
What if
turns.
there is no last
Definitely
game?
the most entertaining game yet, including the decisive results of this World Championship match.
I'm thinking
Take us through
Monday.
what happened.
Indeed, an enviable task of
There should be a
condensing a
match on
lifetime of emotions and twists and turns in this 7th game of the 2024 World Championship match. But I will try to hit on the pivotal
That's not good
moments
for you.
in this 70-plus move game. By far the longest of this match. It clocks in at just under, I'm struggling to even count, 5.5 hours of nonstop action. Here we go. Gukesh is the white pieces, and the first mini surprise comes on move 1. He plays knight f3. He plays a ready opening. Ding responds
Okay, everyone, we're
with one of
signing
the
off.
most reputable
Thank you. Good night.
systems. Against it, we reach what would seem to be a symmetrical